if you really think about it, it would have to be 3 people if you were going to try and fuck an ostrich. I mean, 2 guys hold it down, 1 guy fucking it. You
Come
know.
one, come all to the LavaSlug Podcast with your host, Michael Kidd and Kale Ostrich Fucker Shireman.
One and only, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, 3 and only.
You would need 3, yeah, because you would need 1 per leg to hold it.
Well, then you got to worry about the wings.
The wings are flapping around, but if you grab the fucking legs, you've got them.
Yeah.
Because those legs are fucking...
Just kicking.
They're strong.
Dude, they'll
fuck you up. They got claws and
They'll
shit.
kick the shit out of a lion, dude.
How strong is an ostrich? Like, it can run 30, 40 mile an hour, right?
Yeah. And like
And that fucking neck.
Their leg strength is unfucking real. And then they use their neck, their head and neck like a fucking giraffe, or they'll whip you
They'll
with it.
fucking...
Flail that thing around. But yeah, we're out here just fucking ostriches, dude. Welcome to the fucking podcast.
Yeah, welcome to the fucking podcast, dude. Could you imagine what's an ostrich pussy look like?
I know what an ostrich dick looks like. I can't imagine what a pussy looks like.
I bet it's soft.
Ugh. Probably all feathery.
Soft. We were pacing around trying to figure out what we're going to talk about for this podcast since our last one was pretty successful. Even though we didn't talk about anything, I feel like we could do better. But I feel like, I don't know, men's issues. Double standards, ridiculous double standards set for men that don't apply to women. Like things women wouldn't even understand if we were to talk about them.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of them that are prevalent in society. You know, you look at, men paying on the first date,
Which that one's small and trivial. You definitely don't have to, but
it is, but there's that double standard, that we're expected to do that. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, if I'm expected to do this, then you're expected to act a certain way, or you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. We as a society have kind of failed in that department.
Well, men have to do something, right? We have to.
You have to have a purpose.
We have to be productive. There's no waking up in the morning and I don't want to, which I feel like a lot of, well, not all, but women just have that privilege of they don't have to do it, but we as men have to, whether it go to work.
Say, like you said, like all of them, no, but
yeah, I'm not saying like a blanket statement. There are very hardworking women and whatnot.
I would say
that break that standard, but
the ones that have either an overinflated sense of confidence, or the ridiculously attractive ones.
Gorgeous.
Which I mean, that's kind of paralleled with men. You know what I mean? Like there are men in this world that just think that they're God's gift to creation and they just meander through life on their good looks and that's it.
But your best looking male is not even going to compete with an average looking woman like on the internet, right? You're going to get way more attention as a woman no matter what you look like because men are as sexual as they are. They want to have sex with something. Perfect example for me is what I'm talking about with the men have to do something. Like it's like, say, me and my ex, we both had jobs and we both could choose to go in or not whenever we wanted. Me, it's I had to go in every day to support. And her, it was like, I really need money, but I don't have to. Right? It's because I knew I would have to, I would do it. And that's just the roles we had. And I felt cheated because I didn't have that luxury of, I just don't feel like it today, so I'm going to sit at home. Right.
She'd take a month off from work.
Knowing that I would provide and more.
Yeah.
But in my head, it's like I have to. I have to get up, I have to get to work, and I have to get it done.
I think that's an internal thing. I can't speak, on the behalf of women, but for men, I mean, it's an internal thing that we just, there's not an off switch for us. You know what I mean? It has to be go, 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 especially in the economic climate today. Men are expected to do X, Y, and Z, And so you look at the financial industry specifically, as men, we're expected to make a certain amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In order to be quote unquote valuable. And, I think that's a bit ridiculous. I don't think that your value should be placed on what you can produce. And that's one thing I think leads to a lot of men being depressed. And
hopelessness. You're hopeless. You don't have a future.
You don't have a purpose. And
you're stuck.
Men are purpose driven. And so it's very disheartening, especially like I said with the climate that we have today. It's so gung ho on. You can't waste a single minute of the day.
Mm-mm.
If you're sitting down and relaxing, you're a piece of shit. You're not getting anything done. You're a piece of shit. You're not making money. Piece of shit. Women aren't going to want you if you're not working 24/7. Like,
yep.
That whole
if you're not
idea,
making that money. But the thing with women is, too, they don't want you to work 24/7. They want you to have money, but they want you to get it somehow.
Yeah.
Because if you go to work too much, then they just end up fucking cheating on you or something.
And that's why a lot of women like to go the route of, like, the trap dealers. You know what I mean? Like,
they don't really have to work.
They don't have a job.
Mm-hmm.
They just sit at the house and sling, drugs. I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
The guys that have a shit ton of drugs and a shit ton of money, you get a shit ton of women. You know what I mean? Because it's accessible. You know, these girls.
And there's plenty of girls addicted.
Yeah. And they'll get them hooked on that shit. The money and the drugs.
Yeah.
They get used to a lifestyle. And I think that's a large difference between men and women, is that women, I won't say all of them, but a large portion of them marry for lifestyle. They don't marry for love.
Yeah.
And I'm not vilifying the entire.
Yeah, we're not saying all women.
Yeah.
Just from our experience, I see
lived experience, it's noticeable. The most women are chasing a lifestyle more so than a romantic partner. If romance is there, cool, but it's just, it's in our DNA to be programmed a certain way. And women, hypergamy is real. Women should, and it is encouraged amongst men as well, women should look for the best suitor, the best candidate for them.
Yeah, by all means, shoot for the stars. By all means.
Everyone should be inclined to shoot for their best possible, landing spot. But that also comes with a price. If you're constantly chasing 10s, you're going to be alone for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Because the thing is, like,
maybe forever.
In my dating repertoire, I've dated some absolutely fucking bombshells. But that doesn't give me the idea or the illusion that that's all I can get. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm a man. I'm based in reality. Just because I dated a 10 or a 9 once in my life doesn't mean that that's the standard at which I need to keep myself.
Yeah, you're never going to go below that. It's like having a really good job right out the gate, and then every job after that is shit after you get laid off.
It's like you were the CEO of a Fortune 500 company at 21 years old or something.
Some bullshit, some crazy scenario.
And then the rest of your life is going to be dog shit,
Because you're always looking for that paycheck that you'll never have, but you could have built backup. Mm-hmm. You can always build.
But, it's the way we're hardwired. Men are programmed to seek youth and fertility.
Yeah.
Women are
stable. Women want something safe and stable. So financially, whatever, and it's really just a lifestyle that they're looking for. You're right.
And it's crazy, man. Because it's gotten a bit out of hand in the last 10 years.
Well, it weighs a lot. If you're a woman, you're looking for lifestyle. Your life is easier because the person, whoever you're going for, that needs to provide that lifestyle has that extra weight once you hop on. It's like a swallow carrying one coconut instead of two, right?
Yeah, it's not a matter of where he grips it.
But yeah, you have that extra weight, and I don't know. I feel like I was. There's a weird dichotomy of. I feel like when I was dating and I had to provide for somebody, money kind of came because I had that extra push.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you want to provide.
Because I didn't have a choice. I needed to. But now that I'm on my own, I make like a third of what I did, I'm still paying my bills, but my life, I'm a little less stressed.
Well, because there's not that hustle of, providing for another person.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in a relationship with somebody, you want... there is the need for it, but there is also, if you're in love with somebody, there's that want to give them more and to give them a better life. And as men, whether it be children or our women, that's what we look for. We need
to take care of something.
We draw a lot of happiness from that purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And, like I said, men are very purpose-driven. If we don't have a purpose...
Yeah. So most ladies are going to find a good guy. It may not be financially where you want, but you're going to be able to build that if he's the right person for you.
Right.
Your
most guys are making $50,000 to $60,000 at the most.
Well, and then but once I got into a point to where maybe less, but once I got to a point to where I was in a relationship and I knew I needed to take care of somebody, then my income went up drastically because I had that push. Mm-hmm. Where when she met me, I was making good money, but I wasn't making like anywhere near what I was making. Because last year I made $500,000.
Right.
And then this year I'll probably touch 100.
Right.
But because I'm not in a relationship anymore. So the ladies that are just sitting out there looking for that number now, for one, if the man's already got that kind of wealth, your chances of you being the one are going to be slimmer because the market has opened up that, man. But two, if you find a guy that's he's got a steady job, but he has that drive, that should be where your value is placed. The drive to actually do something scary that's financially risky that may have a huge payoff. That isn't just like, I don't know, some random shit you saw on YouTube, like fucking get rich quick schemes, right? You don't want somebody gullible. So that's where
that initiative, that drive, like you're saying, is very pivotal, and it's very attractive.
It should be, because whether he's making 10, 30, 50.
Yeah, you see the hustle.
You see that
the
hustle.
Fact that they're hungry and trying to get after it.
You as a couple, right, you find that they are going to do better things because men that can provide need someone to provide for.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you have to give us a reason to provide.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, one thing that I hear a lot is, if a guy asks a woman, what do you bring to the table?
Mm-hmm.
I hear this response all the time, I am the table. That's such a bullshit cop-out answer.
You can't eat the table. You're going to starve.
But, like, it's just, for the metaphor of itself, it's fucking frustrating when you hear that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I'm asking you, I'm communicating with you, which is what you guys ask for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm communicating.
They want you to communicate in a way that they like.
Yep.
Because they value feelings, so you need to communicate based in feelings instead of logic.
And so it's very frustrating when you hear that, because it's like, okay, well, you expect X, Y, Z on down the line out of me, to get you, and then once I do have your attention, now that I have your attention, what do you bring?
Yeah.
What I'm attracted by your beauty at first and your personality. Now, tell me, what else do you have to offer? Are you caring? Are you nurturing?
Because that's what we need.
At the end of the day, man, I don't need a lot from a woman. All I need is you to be nurturing and to be my peace.
Yeah, be peaceful.
And don't suck any other dude's dicks.
Yeah, don't sleep with anybody else. Don't.
Like, it's not a long list. Men are very simple creatures when it comes to relationships, man.
I don't even want you entertaining another man.
Yeah.
Right? It may not make sense to you, but
like, I dated a girl years ago who decided that when we would go out to the bar, she knew that I liked to fight, and she knew that I was hot-headed. And I did not have my anger in check at this time. Mm-hmm. I was like 24 to 26, somewhere in there. I was a very angry person. My life wasn't where I wanted it to be. I had a great girl at the time, whatever. But my life wasn't where I wanted it to be. And that's all my fault. No one else's. But she had this awful fucking tendency to, when we would go out to the bar with my friends, or her friends, she would go flirt purposefully with another guy.
Oh, my God.
And any time that I would come over and say something, she would just, oh, I'm just being friendly, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. Come to find out from one of her friends that she did this on purpose because she enjoyed watching me get mad and fight other dudes for her. What the fuck kind of villain-ass bullshit attitude is that?
Vindictive.
That you would put your spouse or your lover or whatever the fuck you want to call them
into any sort of danger.
That kind of situation where they have to go out and fight someone because you put yourself in that situation.
Yeah.
That guy didn't approach you. You went and approached him because you knew the reaction it would get out of me.
Moving you around like a pawn.
Yeah. And so, that relationship came to a demonstrative fucking ending.
Mm-hmm.
She blamed a couple of my friends for stealing our rent money, although she owed money all over fucking town for drugs.
God damn.
So, yeah, man, it was a whole clusterfuck. But, man, she was... I'd wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, and she'd be texting some dude on her phone, and, we'd been together for almost 3 years at this point, and, I was trying to make things work, but there's only so much you can fucking tolerate, man.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time, guy called her at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I picked up, and he's like, hey, baby, what are you doing? And I was like, baby, who the fuck are you? He's like, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, I'm her boyfriend, motherfucker. Who the fuck is this? And he's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. It says his name. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I remember you from high school. You're still a bitch.
Come get me.
Yeah, come. I gave him my address. I was like, dude, pull up, man. You want her, you come get her.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee I'll be standing on the front fucking porch waiting for you. And this motherfucker didn't bother to show up.
Mm-mm.
But when she found out, I was the bad guy in this situation. Wait, how am I the bad guy? You're out here entertaining all these other motherfuckers while I'm still trying to hold it down for you, knowing good and well that you're battling with an addiction right now because I love you.
That's fucked.
Make it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the bad guy, and I was called insecure, and I was called possessive, and all this fucking shit, all because I was looking out for the well-being of the person that I'm entrusted to protect.
Yeah.
That's another thing I can't stand is when women say that we're insecure for voicing our opinion on something.
I don't care. I don't know a woman who is secure.
That shows that I'm more secure. By me voicing my opinion on a subject that I don't agree with, that shows that I'm secure in telling you how I feel.
I feel like it doesn't matter.
That's not a level of insecurity.
I feel like that doesn't matter. I feel like if you're in a good relationship and you have insecurities, you should be working on that shit together.
Right, even if.
Fuck it.
If you are insecure about something, you should not go out of your way to make your partner feel even more insecure on that subject.
Yeah, I'm really insecure about my trust issues with you right now because dudes are calling you up, calling you baby. Get the fuck out of my house.
So the correct response to that should be, oh, okay, I'm sorry that I acted that way. Let me fix the behavior, and we'll move forward.
Or you just move forward, because I feel like women do that in an argument where they'll use an emotion, a feeling
you made
against
me feel this way, so I went out and did X, Y, or Z.
That's why women can be very vindictive, because they use emotion, and men don't know how to wield emotion as a weapon.
Yeah, because if I get in a fight with my girl, I'm not gonna go out that night and go fuck some random hoe. I'm going to sit on that. I'm going to think about maybe where I was wrong, where she was wrong, and then I'm going to bring the situation back, and we're going to resolve it.
And which doesn't fucking matter, because she's just going to use emotions and your insecurities against you.
Right. We talked about that the other night.
Yeah,
about one of my exes who, I had... And this is something that a lot of women need to hear. They don't know how evil it is. If your man is vulnerable with you, and he gives you his trust, and he tells you something that he's never told anyone, an emotional struggle, a conflict, whatever it may be. I had an ex that when we were in a huge fight, she knew that my father and I didn't talk for a long time. She knew that, I've struggled with my relationship with my dad. Which is why I moved to Florida, to rebuild that and to rehash those things. But, she decided that in the middle of our argument to throw out, that's why your dad doesn't fucking love you.
Oh, my God. Why?
that right there ruined any momentum we had moving forward ever again.
That relationship was over.
It's over at that moment because I'll never trust you for me to be vulnerable with you again. I'll never be vulnerable to that extent with another woman ever again.
Yeah, and you'll never be comfortable, and you need comfort.
Because you just vilified women to the extreme. You painted that picture for me. You opened my eyes to the reality that if I want to be vulnerable with somebody, I have to pick and choose what I share. I can't unravel all these details of my life and the finer traumas that I've been through to every woman I date. And women don't understand that, because once you abuse that man's vulnerability or his trust and his capability to be vulnerable with you, he'll never treat you the same.
Yeah.
He may stay with you, but he'll never divulge what he's feeling. He'll never talk to you about his day. I can guarantee you. Because once we've had those vulnerabilities or those insecurities thrown back in our face, it just reaffirms the fact that we should never
trust you. Yeah, and that's not a happy home. You don't. Yeah. We got enough shit going on. Yeah. Another thing to build on top of that, not only will they use it and throw it in your face as fucking ammunition, they'll also tell every fucking buddy about it. Their mom, and they'll say like, "Well, that's how I do this." It's all about fucking them. I tell my mom everything. I know you're gonna fucking stop that.
Yeah. Why does your family need to know about my business?
Any of my business?
Why do your friends need to know about the shit I tell you?
Yeah.
If I have a conversation with my significant other, that's where it fucking stops.
It stops. I don't need your mom to know.
Why is my laundry getting aired out for all of your fucking people to know about? Do you think that I just take everything you tell me and go run off and tell my friends and tell my family about all the bullshit you've been through? No, because you trusted me to hold that. You trusted that you could be vulnerable with me and share that stuff. It's
you haven't told anybody
lock the fuck down
about her secrets.
Oh fuck no, I never will.
Yeah, because that's what we do.
It's not my place.
Yeah,
because I know how damaging that shit can be. I know shit about every one of my exes that I could leave them fucking crippled in the dust if I so chose.
Yeah, because you're physically strong enough to break their knees.
Well, I mean that too. I'm not gonna hit a woman, but it's just, and like, on the topic of like men playing stupid. I had this conversation the other day, and men play stupid a lot because if we were honest with women 99% of the time, you guys would not like us. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest,
we're completely different creatures.
We're dramatically different. We're not equal. We're not the same. We're different. 100% different. And women can't take the truth from a man. They can take it from a woman. But if a man tells a woman the truth, you're a piece of shit, you're an asshole, you're a misogynist, the list goes on. The minute you're brutally honest with them, you're fucking Hitler at that moment.
Oh yeah.
So I mean
our humor alone, most women can't. How many women do you know that can, like, I talked to a couple of girls today that had no idea how to use sarcasm or know what to do with it.
Yep, I heard that.
And it's like it's like a test. I'm like, ask, like, do you know how to use sarcasm? Do you know when I'm being sarcastic? None of them know. I don't know if that's a universal thing. It's just something that came to my attention recently.
It might just be an
experimenting,
area thing.
maybe just the location.
Maybe she's just naive and dumb. I don't know.
Well, I mean, not like fucking. Yeah, it is what it is. Anyway,
but
it seems like that's a growing thing. So for a man, the perfect woman would be as a wifey material would be you get home from work and you wouldn't be belittled by your home, your sanctuary, your peace.
Yeah, I don't come home to have more headache. I come home to have peace, to not have to fight and have strife and confrontation.
It's somebody you can confide in. Somebody that's not going to fight you, that they can get home. Like, We can have an argument maybe a couple hours after, but can I just sit on the fucking couch or take a shower real quick?
Can
or
I
do
come
something?
in and just enjoy your presence for a little bit before you rip me a new asshole for some minuscule
for not taking out the trash
shit?
or some bullshit, or talking to the automated fucking checkout lady? Yeah. It's like a robot. You're so flirty.
You gonna fuck her?
You gonna fuck her too? Yeah, with my robot cock. I got a USB flash drive. I'm
gonna put her pocket pussy in this fucking self-checkout.
You just fuck the shit out of it. She's way nicer than you.
Yeah. Oh, I can't. At least she told me to have a nice day.
She didn't try to rip the door handle off of my fucking truck. Fucking chase me down the street. And fucking screaming.
Drag you out of bed.
Yeah. Try to rip my penis off. Fuck.
Hit you in the head with a fucking
rolling pin. Yeah, and it's still my fault.
Yep.
Oh my god, blah, blah, blah. Tells everybody that I fucking yeah. I love it.
No, trust me, man. I know.
That bitch was crazy.
It's like same ex that blamed all my friends for stealing my money and shit. I come home. We were getting ready to leave to come down here to visit my dad. And I got home from work, and my roommate had a bunch of people over, and a couple of my buddies were over. So there's probably like 10, 12 people out in the living room. We had a huge Victorian-style home. Nice. But she's in the bedroom, and I go to walk in the bedroom, and she's not in there, and I see the bathroom doors closed. And I'd had my suspicions for a little while.
Yeah, she was doing drugs or whatever.
She'd been doing Xanax. And for those of you that don't know me, I have a serious fucking issue with people that do pills. I grew up around it. I fucking can't stand narcotics. I can't stand opiates. If you're doing that shit, fuck out of my face. But I was madly in love with this girl. Anyway, I walk up to the bathroom door. Hey, you mind coming out of there? And I hear like rustling of cellophane. And instantly I'm like, well, all my weed's out here, so that's not what it is. And I have my suspicions already, so I'm like, hey, open the fucking door. And I hear her purse rattling and shit. And I'm like, yep, I know what's happening. I boot the fucking door in. She hits the wall. Purse is sitting in the fucking sink.
Was she leaning up against the door?
Yeah, she had it locked, and she was leaned up against it, and I kicked it. You're not going to fucking keep me out of a room in my own home.
Exactly, yeah.
Not happening. I pay the fucking bills here. Not happening.
Yeah, we shit with the doors open around here.
Yeah. And so I walk in, purse is sitting in the sink. I see a baggie, a little cellophane baggie on top with 30 different pills in it. I mean, an assortment of fucking pills.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, oh, I know what those are. I'm going to take this. And she comes flying after me. I push her back into the bathroom, close the door, walk out into the living room, walk all the way through the back of the house to find the guest bathroom, go back there, toss them in the toilet, flip the toilet seat down, go to flush it. As I flush it, she comes running in there, diving on the floor to open the toilet seat, and I've got my foot on top of it. And she's trying to rip this thing open, get in there. Total fucking junkie mentality. Like, I have to have it. Like, it was like Smeagol trying to get the fucking ring off Frodo.
God damn.
Bitch is just going fucking ham.
That's fucking scary as shit.
This fucker.
Empathetic.
Oh, it was so demoralizing to see because I was in love with this girl. She's my absolute best friend. And I watched her turn into a piece of shit before my eyes, man. I couldn't stand her at the end of it.
Yep.
And it still killed me to say goodbye at the end when we broke up. I cried for a month. But after I threw him in there, she stands up, and I'm like, that's it. You know, they're gone.
Yep.
This is the last of it. We're not fucking having this again. She teased the fuck off on me. Hits me like 9 times in the fucking face as hard as she can. I push her out of the way because...
What else are you going to do?
Yeah, I can't hit her. I can't do anything. So I walk back to the living room. She's chasing me the whole way, pulling on my shirt, punching me in the back of the head. I finally push her to the ground again, get her off of me, walk into the living room. All my friends, my face is bloody and bruised. I walk in there and, what the fuck's going on? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I fucking walk in. She's got a whole bag of pills. She's snorting them off the fucking counter. I went and threw them in the toilet, and she's trying to dig them out of there, and then she beat the shit out of me. She comes around the corner, hotter than a fucking cruise missile, swinging on me, punching me in the face. She hit me like 17 fucking times.
Yeah, goddamn.
And then finally, dude, I fucking got behind her. I scooped her up and I suplexed her into the fucking couch.
Yeah,
I pinned her down by her chest and I said, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you understand that I could kill you right now, but I won't. You've just hit me 17 fucking times in the face. It wouldn't take but one fucking punch to end you right now.
Yeah.
I want you to understand the restraint I'm holding on to right now, because it wouldn't take anything for me to fucking crush you. She gets up and tries going at me again. My best friend grabbed her, pushed her down on the couch, and he's like, yo, for real, you need to chill the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And she's screaming at me. I was like, yo, I'm going to fucking call the cops. You just assaulted the fuck out of me.
What else are you going to do?
You've got drugs in my house. She's like, oh, well, you've got weed, blah, blah, blah. And I go, I don't.
At this point, I don't care. Yeah.
I don't fucking care. I go, I'll go to jail tonight, but so will you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be out tomorrow because my parents will fucking bail me out because I'll tell them what the fuck happened. You, on the other hand, can't call your parents and tell them what the fuck happened because you just assaulted your boyfriend after he flushed all your goddamn drugs down the toilet.
Yeah, they'll they'll lie.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, I was so worried because I left. She stayed. I went to Florida with my other roommate.
Mm-hmm.
Went down there. She was supposed to come with us. I left her ass.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't dealing with it. I wasn't going to bring her around my dad. I was already on thin ice with my dad, and our relationship was sketchy. Wasn't going to bring that girl around him and have him think that I'm anything other than I am.
Mm-hmm.
I worked hard to get where I was. I fucking get down there and I tell him what happened and why she's not with me, and they're all just completely distraught. They're just so devastated for me because we had a fantastic relationship.
Yeah.
And one thing led to another, and my
pills.
Fucking
pills.
My whole life got uprooted from that, man. Stole a bunch of money from me. She was out fucking dudes. I found her at the Red Roof Inn one night with, I'm assuming, getting ready to do a threesome with some fucking 40-something-year-old dude and his 19, 20-year-old girlfriend.
Oh, my God.
And I kicked in the fucking door because they wouldn't open it. Cops got called. Yeah, man, it was that whole relationship at the end, man. It was a good 4 months of me just hating every fucking day of my life, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying so hard to save this person that I fell in love with, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not, because you can't unfall in love with somebody. You just are in love with them, and there's nothing you can do about it, and it just hurts.
No, it's like your ex. What I mean? We went through that all the time. I would tell you constantly because I've been there. I get it, man. You're in love with this girl. Even though she's tearing you to fucking shreds, she's ruining your fucking self-esteem, your everything. I get it. The heart wants what the heart wants. You can't fight that.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, like, you got to. You just have to fucking walk away from it. Whether it be male or female, if you're in a abusive, whether it be physical, mental, emotional, you have to fucking cut ties and get out of there.
Yeah. I feel like anything that's derogatory towards you, if you're in an argument and they're calling you stupid, that is, fucking end it.
Once they're talking down on you, they've dehumanized you.
Yeah, that you are below them, you're not an equal, and you need to end it. May sound small and trivial, but no, that's a precursor to something more serious.
But yeah, there's a real disconnect lately between the male and female species, or
genders, whatever they are. Yeah, I feel
however
like
the fuck you divide it now, because there's fucking 100 different fucking genders.
Yeah.
That's another thing I'm not fucking okay with.
Yeah.
But
we'll save that for a different podcast. Yeah. A different offensive podcast. Lick my balls.
I think we've agreed.
Yeah. We're good. We're at our 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Well,
hopefully you guys learned something from this. We're not women hating. We don't hate women.
Mm-hmm.
We're just tired of this disconnect and the double standards between male and female.
I don't think new men coming into the dating environment really understand what they're in for.
No, it's a whole different landscape than what we grew up on.
It's like you want to, it's attractive to want, or it's cool to have a crazy girlfriend. No, because crazy means you will end up in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy means means when you go to jail for a fucking domestic, if she hits you, you're going to jail if you do anything.
Oh yeah, man.
The man's always going to go to jail.
The minute the cops get called in a domestic assault, 9 times out of 10, I'd say 9.9 times out of 10, the man is going to jail. And one thing that I always fucking found ridiculous is I've heard police officers, when they come to a domestic assault case, tell the man and the woman someone has to go to jail.
Yep.
No, they don't. No, they don't. If nobody did anything wrong, if both parties agree that no one needs to go to jail, the state doesn't have the right to press charges in a domestic assault case. Mm-hmm. I don't see how they do.
Yep.
We'll save that for another case, but...
Well, yeah, but the second the cops get called and they show up, you're going to see real fast that crazy girl that you're dating is not going to go to jail.
Yep.
Because she will fucking lie.
Turn the waterworks on.
All of that to make sure she doesn't go to jail, including you going to jail. As long as she can stay out. Because women want what they want. Crazy girls want what they want.
Crazy girls.
I hope to find the girl one day that will prove me wrong, I guess.
But I will say my most recent, my ex and I are on fantastic terms now. Obviously, it
was long distance, right?
Yeah, we broke up because it was a 3.5 hour distance, and we didn't see each other for 2 months, and we started getting pretty chippy with each other, and we were fighting all the time because I think we were both just upset that the distance was there, and we couldn't form any true bonding qualities or anything with each other because we'd only see each other every 3 weeks, And so, for example, she is absolutely fantastic in that regard, but we did have some issues. I'm not gonna sit here and act like we were perfect, but she was awesome, man. She was smart, intelligent. She had great conversation. She wasn't out she didn't drink, so that wasn't one thing I had to worry about. But
yeah,
we butted heads. I'm very masculine. She's very feminine. So I mean, like I said, that disconnect, it's there. Even in relationships, and we had those disagreements. I mean, hell, we FaceTimed today and had a similar conversation to what we're having right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's there, and it's frustrating because we're never going to see eye to eye on this issue, men and women, because women will never understand what it is to be a man. Men will never understand what it is to be a woman.
And we just both need to put our hands up and realize that and respect each other equally because we don't know. I have no idea. I could only imagine what it's like being inside a woman's head.
Yeah.
Just all these emotions you can't control.
I can't fathom it.
But anyway, thank you for tuning into the Lava Slug Podcast.
Yeah, come back around. Fucking check us out. Our last episode got over 1,000 views.
It did.
Let's fucking go.
I don't know.
I'd like to see some more comments and some more interaction in there, though.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
So comment, share.
Yeah, tell us we're doing a shitty job or something.
You guys can talk shit in the comments. Tell me I'm an ugly piece of shit.
We love it.
I love it. I love when people talk shit because that gives me a reason to be an asshole.
See you later.
Don't be a bitch.
BBB.